coffee. Coffee is amazing. Hello everybody, it's the girl next door AC and welcome back to my channel. Well, actually, welcome back to Doki Doki. Today we're going to continue Doki Doki Literature Club and I really hope I got to pick Sayori out because I wanted to put her first because, you know, get the cliche best friend thing out of the way. So I hope I got to pick her, but I'm not quite sure how the game will put me there. But yeah, we're continuing right where we left off. So I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all the time. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need the brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. That's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you even think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, that's... Okay.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew!
That's so much better. Sayori put her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it buttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? Unbuttoned, I mean. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like that's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I
didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out, "Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?"
Yay! AC, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose... Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who do I show my poem to first? Sayori, because we're trying to get to Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness, this is so good, AC.
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must seriously be overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poems, it's not just a poem, it's an AC poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, AC. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something the only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. I want breakfast.
I made egg and toast.
Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I skip breakfast. I don't eat until dinner. Seriously, I only eat like one meal a day.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's show it to Monica next. Gotta wake up with coffee, am I right? Hi, AC. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. This is much better off than... I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I think I have to. Don't worry, AC. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of bio that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe when I read your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh my gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that somebody so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Oops. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction of the sparkle protrudes. The spackle? See? The direction the spackle protrudes. I'm so sorry. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, random fact, I really love poems. I love literature. Like, me as a person, I excelled in literature class. I loved writing poems and stuff back in my high school days. And yeah, having been able to read poems of, like, you know, people in this game, it's actually really nice. There's a lot of ideas in the back of my mind of what it could mean. But I don't want to say anything, because I don't know, I might be predicting something and it might end up correct and you guys are gonna be like, oh, she searched this up, oh my god, you know. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Yeah, I also like to write in freeform poems. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been including my poems in a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Does this mean I get to access her route after I finish everybody? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. My mouth doesn't work. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
Just force yourself to get something done on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I will save here because saving over. No, actually, there's a lot of slots. I'm gonna save here because it's time. It's the end of the episode time. I can only make this every 15 minutes, otherwise you guys are gonna get like super overwhelmed. So I'm so sorry. I really have to cut it into certain segments. But yeah, that's all the time we have for today. I feel like Sayori might be going through something like a depressive state because she's the type of person to like sad things, but she's happy, and she often shows like signs of facades in a sense. And the mere fact that she has a hard time waking up and oversleeping and stuff, it is a big sign of like depression or something like that. I'm not a psychologist. I studied occupational therapy, so I studied 2 years of occupational therapy, and I really excelled in my psych class, and I really like psychology. So based on the stuff I've read, it kind of feels like she might have a slight case of depression, but you know what, I'm not that sure, so I'm just gonna leave my thought there. So yeah, if you like this video, please hit that like button. It'll really help me out a lot, and feel free to join our little community. It's very nice, it's very small, very friendly, and I absolutely love interacting with you guys. Also, I'm gonna play other games and stuff, so I really hope you guys do like the content I make, and I really absolutely appreciate you guys for being there to support me, and for watching my stuff and giving me feedback and stuff. So yeah, really thank you. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.